Is this thing on? Damn, it has been a boring few months, hasn't it? Ever since the coronavirus and stuff. Probably gonna make this video hilarious to think back on if I ever watch it again. 5 years down the line, it's like, oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that year that everyone stayed inside. I've been looking for something to fiddle with, and so I went out and bought, let me cover up the address on it, a cute little box from China. And actually, for the record, I got this before the entire coronavirus outbreak, and it's just been sitting on my desk for a little while. And I was gonna just, open it up and do whatever with it, but I figured I would maybe just do a live unboxing for all the people who are into that. You can see on there, it says MP4 player, 32G TF card 1 MP4, BittBoy new, 0.33 kilograms. I got a BittBoy. It's like a little, well, let me open it up. It's this. It's like a little tiny pseudo Game Boy kind of thing. And they're pretty cheap. They're like 30 bucks, I think. I paid for this. And I don't even think I paid shipping for it. But this is my first time actually pulling it out of the box, so we're all just going to look at it together. So this is like partially for posterity for me, so that I can reflect back on when I first got it. It's kind of exciting opening something up for the first time, and seeing what all is inside. But also you guys can like share in my joy. Is it just me, or does this seem really zoomed in? This is 1.0. Whatever. All right. What exactly is going on in here? Oh God. Took a little bit more force than I was expecting. It's cute. Holy it's really small. I mean, I saw pictures of it, but I was not expecting it to be this tiny. Time out. Oh. It's got a screen protector and stuff. That is small. That is really small. So we got, oh, it came with a micro SD card. I went and bought a micro SD card. Now I'm feeling kind of stupid. I got one right here. It's like 16 gigs. I saw on the thing, on the package, it said 32G TF whatever. I guess that was talking about the memory card, but I don't remember that being included. I didn't see that on the listing. So what do we have? A D-pad that actually feels pretty good. An A and B button, which feel okay. They're a bit small. Your hands are really close together playing on this thing. And then two T buttons, which actually, I kind of like the angle of them more than I like the A and the B, to be honest. I don't know if they can be bound. I don't know what T means. Are these like dedicated, what do you call, rapid buttons? What's the word for that? Or like dedicated macros? Are they going to have some kind of thing? Start and select, they look rubbery, but actually they're clicky. And then a reset, which might be an on switch or something. I don't even know if that's reset. It just says R on it. Power switch on top, I presume. What looks like micro USB for recharging the battery probably. And then a 3.5 audio jack. And this is probably the battery pack. All right, here I go. Beautiful. Oh, it's me. Hi, me. Whew, it made some noise. BittBoy. Whoa, that was a classic ass Game Boy sound. Now what? Oh, it's got a menu. Game Boy, GBA, NES, SNES, SMSGG, Mega Drive, Atari 2600, Lynx, PC Engine. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's really bright compared to the rest of my room. There we go. That probably made it better, right? PS1? Really? Arcade, Neo Geo. DOS, WonderSwan, GB Rumble, GB Oh Boy, GBA Rumble. Does this thing have a Rumble cart? What's going on in there? I haven't picked any of these and I haven't done anything to set it up, so I imagine this is just empty and there's nothing on it. Oh no, it's full, actually. Color me surprised. I can play some Dragon Warrior 3 right now. Let me give that a go, I guess. Whew. That is fucking loud. I can see myself in the reflection. What's up, guys? Dragon Warrior. The speaker's on the front, which is like an original Game Boy, and I'm kind of surprised at how loud it is. And I can't help but notice that there's no actual, like, volume slider anymore on here. So you must have to do that manually. There's actually quite a lot of games on here. The European version of Mega Man 2. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. Oh, okay, there aren't that many games on here. It doesn't go far down at all. Super Mario Bros. 3 Europe NES. We can give that a go. We all know what that game looks like. There we go. It's not making any noise, though. I can't help but notice. Maybe it will once I hit start. That's not the right speed of that song, I feel. So as it turns out, holding this button right here seems to be an auto fire. And that's a full jump. So what the fuck's going on with these? Is that my run button? It is. Okay, so the configuration doesn't make a whole lot of sense, and I think this isn't playing at like normal speed, but that's whatever. Okay, opening the menu. I don't know, this isn't coming super clean on the screen here. Maybe I can turn it down a bit. Reset, flip disk, save state, load state, screenshot, settings, exit. Let me try something from like the Game Boy section. Why is this so bright? Just chill, phone. Don't auto. Super Nintendo, we got Donkey Kong Country 2. That's probably a pretty hard game to emulate. So I guess I'll give it a go. Okay, that actually looks and sounds pretty damn good. That looks and sounds really damn good. I got nothing on my screen. Okay, so there's definitely something being lost here. Was this thing a piece of shit after all? I have no cursor. I wonder what other graphics are missing. I see a line going across the screen there. Don't remember that. That one looks normal. Actual gameplay looks pretty good. It's responsive. And it feels good to play. I can't immediately detect any slowdown or anything like that. The screen is really small. Like, this whole thing is super tiny. It's only like 4 inches tall. So, like, you know, and the screen is only like a third of that. Oh, look, he's juggling. Visually speaking, it's pretty good. It's just, you know, I'm missing a few graphics here and there. It's got me a little bit worried. An entirely different screen. I wonder if people have fucked around with this and gotten like RetroArch or something working on it. I didn't realize it would be different for each game. Press R to show menu. Oh yeah, that's something I didn't really mention. I mean, this is the R button, but I don't have that many buttons on here, you know? I got T, 1, and 2, and A and B in start and select. So if this was a Super Nintendo, I'd be missing my shoulders. So this, in terms of Super Nintendo emulation, is probably not that good. You have enough buttons to play Game Boy Advance, but you'd have the shoulders here, whereas you'd normally have them on the back. And then, if you're playing Game Boy, I guess it would be fine. Granted, there are a lot of superfluous buttons on most Super Nintendo games, but those buttons change based on which game you're playing. I could probably play this, probably play Super Mario World. Thank God most of the good Super Nintendo games are also on GBA. Probably for Genesis emulation, I bet it's really good. But this just immediately to me, it's like, this is probably only going to be good for like NES and Game Boy Color. I didn't expect a whole lot for 30 bucks. If you were trying to play, you know, Advance Wars in your bathroom, this would probably be one of the cheapest ways to do it. What else is in here? That came apart in like 2 pieces. It's like a rubber foam thing. Looks like what I'm guessing is an adapter. I could never get too many of these things. Oh, is this one of those super cool ones? No, it's not. It's one of those basic bitch ones. This one just loads into the back. I had one of these one time, well, I still have it, where the SD card loaded into there, and then like you still plug that into your computer. So it was like, what the fuck is going on? You're plugging the whole SD card into your computer. It looked really cool, but you know, whatever. And then the other cable in here looks like it's just a charging cable of some variety to USB, micro USB to USB. I'd rather have, I mean, I have converters, so I could put it into an outlet, but I guess this is technically speaking the more useful one. It's pretty short, but I don't see a reason you can't just have the BittBoy just sitting like right on top of the fucking computer while it's charging, or right on top of the fucking, right next to the outlet while it's charging, so I don't really see an issue. No manual or anything like that inside. No, wait, hold on. There was one, I just ignored it. Basic functionalities. Okay, so you got some hotkeys to adjust the volume. And also the brightness. Select plus B volume up, select plus T B brightness up. Insert micro SD card that comes with the package. BittBoy is pre-installed. The customized firmware. Turn on the device, wait 2 to 3 seconds, you will be in the main menu. Select the emulator you want to play games. Press A to the games list. One side only. Wow, just when I thought the screen couldn't get any smaller, the screen is actually even smaller. Can I play this on a normal Game Boy screen? Why is it doing it like the Super Game Boy way? Maybe it's just a Super Game Boy enhanced ROM or something like that. Let me try that code to make the volume go down. Okay, that was a lot really quickly. There's only like a few settings. Or maybe I was holding it. If you care about portable emulation, this kind of thing is probably super cool for you. But if you care about portable emulation, you could probably afford to spend a few extra dollars on something a little bit nicer. I think that's probably my initial impression from this guy. Maybe like an RG350 or something like that.